Agents, do you read me? Agents, it's time to break the spirit and minds of our enemies. This build is for the ultimate close quarters combat experience. Be wary, this is not for the steady hand. Hello everybody, my name is AhnoldRunningMan, and I hope you're all having a swell time today and all good things, yes of course. We are running a full Striker's gear set for the weapon damage consistency and rate of fire. 2 pieces giving us 15% weapon handling, 3 pieces giving us 15% rate of fire, 4 pieces giving us Striker's gamble. Weapon hits increase total weapon damage by 0.65%, stacking up to 100 times. Striker's backpack with weapon damage and critical hit damage with the critical hit damage gear mod. Backpack is giving us risk management, increasing total weapon damage per stack of Striker's gamble from 0.65% to a solid 1%. Striker's gloves with armor.
What the?
Hold on, it'll all make sense soon. And critical hit damage. Striker's chest piece with weapon damage and critical hit damage with a critical hit damage gear mod. Striker's chest piece giving us press the advantage, increasing our base stacks from 100 to 200 maximum. Striker's knee pads with weapon damage and critical hit damage. A Picaro's holster giving us armor, critical hit damage, and weapon damage. We need just a bit of armor so we can live long enough to build Striker stacks. If you're that guy, then swap Picaro's for a Grupo Sombra and switch the armor cores for weapon damage cores. Personally, I don't like to be a complete glass cannon, but you do you, agents. I'll be going over engagement tactics later in this video, so stay tuned. Back to the build. The Coyote's Mask is an exotic giving us pack instincts with 3 different things happening at once if we play it smart. Based purely on hitting an enemy, we are getting and giving bonus stats to our team. They are as follows. Between 0 to 15 meters, we get 25% critical hit damage. Between 15 to 25 meters, we get 10% critical hit damage and critical hit chance. Beyond 25 meters, we get 25% critical hit chance. The best part is, if a second team member is running this mask, we are doubling those stats. In some cases, if done correctly, we can even stack pack instincts 3 times over, but it's completely situational and rare. We are running this mask with an armor on kill gear mod. Good luck finding this gear mod, as it is virtually impossible to find another one, let alone a maxed out one. RNG is not your friend. Alternatively, a critical hit chance gear mod can be applied here. We are going to lead the team to a fast and clean playthrough at the expense of our own sanity. So I hope you're prepared. Our primary, Dark Winter with SMG damage, critical hit chance, and damage to target out of cover. Talent, Perfect Killer. Killing an enemy with a critical hit grants 50% critical hit damage for 10 seconds. Once Striker stacks are built up, that's a never-ending talent that just keeps giving. Since most of our gear is rolled with critical hit damage, let's give our SMG as much critical hit chance attachments as possible. Suppressor, giving us 5% critical hit chance. Laser Pointer, giving us 5% critical hit chance. Our Rugged Mini Reflex Sight, giving us another 5% critical hit chance. And an oversized .45 ACP magazine with 20 plus rounds to keep us in the loop. Keep an assault rifle handy in your inventory to quickly swap for those long-range fights. There will be many. Secondary, Rock and Roll for the non-stop bullet train we will become. This shotgun is deadly at close range, of course, but we are simply using this to build our Striker stacks so we can swap to our Vector to keep us moving. The fast fire rate and amount of bullets that are hitting an enemy is keeping our stacks in check. Next, this is where hand dexterity comes into play, agents. Our sidearm. Personally, I don't like worrying about my ammo count, so the lightning rod comes in clutch for those switching to your pistol is faster than reloading moments. Talent, Perfect Salvage. Killing a target has an 85% chance to refill the entire magazine. The Vector just doesn't have enough in the magazine to take a man down, and it's sad. But this pistol makes up for that. Advice: set up an auto-clicker macro. Thank me later. Specialization weapon class, Gunner. For 3 main things: Barrage, Rate of fire increases on kill for 5 seconds. The skill Banshee, allowing us to get the drop on enemies before they even know what's happening. Incessant, on kill giving us 10% armor. Now, it's definitely not a lot, and you're not going to feel like this is even helping, but it's something. For the second skill, we can choose 2 different skills based on the scenario we may be facing on mission. Riot Foam, for surprise attacks when you're in a pinch. The Decoy, so you have a bit more freedom around the map when engaged with multiple targets. Alright, let's learn some tactics for your approach to combat. We are going to rush opponents and open with the skill Banshee, dazing targets so we can focus on the weak with a rock and roll. Building our striker stacks, allowing our team to focus on the elites, as these enemy types are the ones that will give you the most trouble.
But Arnold, my team will shoot the red and purple types like me.
Most likely, yes, but we will no doubt be putting them down before they can even make that choice. Have faith in your aim, and keep a healthy mind. We have just started the madness. As our striker stacks are built up, we now switch to the Vector for a perfect killer talent loop. And since we're so close to enemies, we are constantly activating pack instincts, giving us and our team critical hit damage bonuses. Now, I am not a mathematician. There are plenty of other content creators that get into the details and argue about it all day. I just care about the number of enemies I put down and not dying. Remember, movement is key here. Constant movement and being close to cover keeps you alive and hopefully gives your team enough time to back you up, as we will be all over the place. Alright agents, disclaimer, this is not the best build in the game, nor is it really that viable as a DPS build, but for those that want a much more unnecessarily challenging experience, this build is for you. My name is AhnoldRunningMan, I hope this helps. I shall return with more builds soon. Autobots, transform and roll out. The skill Banshee, allowing us to get the drip. It's allowing us to get the drip